With the recent Xbox showcase, we were given our first look at the Black Ops 6 campaign, and with it our first indication of where the Black Ops story is headed this year. Picking up in 1991, we're introduced to new main characters Troy Marshall and Jane Harrow, as well as returning Black Ops fan favorites Frank Woods and Russell Adler. The reveal is sure to emphasize this campaign's connections to the 1986 flashback sequences of Black Ops 2, further confirming their canonicity and importance to the story going forward. It is also confirmed that, as speculated with the recent Warzone teasers, our characters will be forced to go rogue and fight against the now corrupt CIA itself after a mission gone wrong. A mission that, according to Inkslasher on Twitter, somehow involves Adler, who has been rogue for some time already and is hunting a new villainous organization known as Pantheon, which, while not confirmed yet, I feel could be the Cerberus organization emphasized in the game's marketing so far. Inkslasher's coverage also confirms we will play as a character named Case, but it is currently unknown what sort of role this character will play in the story. As stated on the official reveal blog for the game released today, the Black Ops 6 campaign takes players to a new point in time, the early 1990s. In true Black Ops fashion, the fictional story builds on the history of the time, thrusting you into a strange and clandestine conspiracy where a shadowy force has infiltrated the US government. Anyone who resists is branded as a traitor, forcing players to go rogue for the first time to fight the very machine that created them. Nothing is what it seems, and the truth may be hard to fathom, drawing you ever deeper into intrigue, distrust, and mind-bending psychological revelations. This is true, signature Black Ops style. Development on the Black Ops 6 campaign is led by Raven Software, in partnership with Treyarch. Following the events of Black Ops Cold War, expect a dynamic and intense spy thriller, a mind-bending story where you're never sure who to trust and what is real, all set against the backdrop of the early 1990s. With the campaign occurring in the years after the Cold War, longtime fans will recognize that this time frame is directly connected to the 1980s flashbacks revealed during Black Ops 2, the aftermath of which has left our heroes in dire circumstances. The Black Ops 6 campaign takes place at a time of great change and turmoil. The Soviet Union was crumbling after the fall of the Berlin Wall and the end of the Cold War. The US was the only remaining superpower. The Gulf War dominated headlines. There was a growing mistrust in government, reflected everywhere across the music, television, and pop culture of the time. A tangled web of illicit activities, clandestine operations, and off-the-record missions, all part of a gripping narrative where you're never quite sure know who to trust. This is the return of Black Ops. Throughout the trailer, we can also see the mysterious ATAA logo again, further emphasizing this group's seeming importance to this story. Given the CIA's antagonistic status in this story, could it be possible that they're somehow connected to Pantheon? Or perhaps even Perseus itself? After all, we can see at one point what appears to be none other than Vorkuta itself, a location obviously very important to the larger Black Ops story, but especially interesting considering Cold War's multiplayer storyline, which centered around Black Ops 1's numbers program, and Perseus making use of it in the 80s, with this plotline seemingly left somewhat open by the end of that game's lifecycle. Another interesting point to note is that it appears that this game is continuing and further fleshing out a lot of the gameplay systems introduced in Cold War's campaign, some examples being the dialogue and conversation choices, as well as different enemy types you'll encounter in the campaign, and the safe house system, with this safe house now being based in an abandoned mansion formerly used as a KGB black site. Stay tuned for more Black Ops 6 campaign information coming in the coming months, and be sure to check out our multiplayer and zombies coverage as well. Thanks for watching.